has been getting a lot of heat for the Cowboys' back-to-back losses. Jerry Jones said that the team's performance was, quote, certainly not been good enough. On the bright side, Jerry did say that over the course of a 16-game season, there is plenty of time for the Cowboys to get it together. So, Shannon, on a scale of 1 to 10, how panicked is Jerry?
He's probably about a 7, Skip. Because he's suffering from what a lot of Cowboy fans' expectations. And he put it on himself because you heard him say, Skip, this is a talented team we've had around here in a long time. It's as talented as some of those Super Bowl teams, Skip.
That's your best, Jerry.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Jerry said, you know. And, Skip, and so that's what happened. And he was really feeling good. You look at that offense the first 3 weeks, beating up on Miami, beating up on Washington, the Giants. Woo! Jerry liking that. And then all of a sudden the realization. We had It's good, you know, you get a balloon, you have a balloon for your party. They all big and they all blow it up real nice. And then the next day, some of the air seats out there, they're not as high as they once were. And then 2 days later, and then by that third or fourth day, they're on the floor. They were just at the ceiling, 20 feet up in the air, just a couple of days ago. That's where you are. 2 weeks ago, you way up there. Couldn't even see. I'm like, man, is that the Cowboy balloon way up there? And now I'm looking right here. I say, yeah, there you go. Right where you're supposed to be.
Really?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And this.
Sorry. Skip, I can't help it.
If Jerry, my thing is, Jerry, if you're like, this is 16 games, why are you talking like this? Why are you talking like this? It's not good enough last week and it's not good enough this week if it's over 16 games. If you say it's going to average itself out, why are you talking like this? I don't want to hear my owner panic. Sound like he panicking to me, Skip. What it sound like to you?
It sounds like he's scale of 1 to 10 at a 1. That's what he is on the panic meter. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
This is one way that Jerry Jones is built differently than most owners. Back in the days, I used to do a pre-Monday night show on ESPN. This is back in the 90s. I would see Jerry on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and he would pull me aside and say, hey, I was watching you guys debate on whatever it was called, Prime Monday, I think it was called. And he would always ask me, why do you guys feel like you have to decide the season after 5 weeks? Well, it's because what we do.
Right.
It's what we're paid to do.
Right.
And everybody has an opinion, so we're just sharing our opinion. And he was always like, well, why don't you just let it play out a little bit more because you have to be patient with the season.
No, right? I need light bill, gas bill paid. I can't do that, Jerry.
Okay. So in the hundreds of hours I interviewed Jerry for the 3 books I wrote about the Dallas Cowboys, he constantly brought up this phrase to me, that he has a high tolerance for ambiguity. And I know that's a complicated word, but it's a good Jerry word because it's tolerance for uncertainty. It's your risk factor. How much are you willing to risk? And tolerance for ambiguity for Jerry came from the oil and gas business because he drilled for a whole lot of oil wells that failed.
Right.
And he went complete bust one time, and he loves to tell that story. He flew into Love Field and handed his credit card to the one behind the rent car counter, and she looked, and she took her scissors out and cut the card in 2 because it didn't work anymore.
Wild.
It was out.
Right.
Right? So that's Jerry knows that feeling of tolerance for ambiguity. So if you're going to own and operate a football team, you better have high tolerance for what could or couldn't happen.
Well, that's most owners, Skip. But most owners are not in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Most owners are not the face of their franchise. He's unique. He's the only owner, Skip. Now, he's more George Steinbrenner. George Steinbrenner, no matter all the superstars that he had, Skip, he was bigger than all of them because he did all the talking. He talked more than after the game, instead of interviewing Billy Manager, whoever the manager was at the time. Billy Martin, excuse me. Whoever the manager was at the time, they go to George. Well, instead of talking to Jason Garrett, who they go to, Skip?
They go to Jerry.
Exactly.
Not Jared, they go to Jerry.
They go to Jerry.
Okay, but George Steinbrenner had no tolerance for ambiguity because there's no salary cap in baseball.
Right.
So he was used to winning a championship every year because he could basically buy the championship.
He was buying the best pitcher on the market, the best hitter, whatever the best was, he bought.
Bottomless pockets.
Yep.
So if it didn't work for a stretch of a week or so, he's like, I'm going to fire the manager, right? Or I'm going to go buy somebody else.
Yes, it's somebody's fault.
Okay.
But the thing is, Skip, and if Jerry's like, okay, it's going to work itself out, then why are you talking about?
But it's not that it'll work itself out. It's that you have to be patient and give it a chance to work itself out. It's like deep down, you're not sure it's going to work out, but you got to wait. You can't overreact after 5 weeks of the NFL season because last year they fell to 3-5.
Right.
So they're 3-2. So effectively, they could lose their next 3 games and be right where they were last year when they won the division and won a playoff game.
I don't think that same fate gonna happen this time.
Okay, well,
lose the next 3. Well, you got the Giants.
That.
You got the Giants.
Okay,
I mean the Giants. You got the Jets.
Yeah.
So we already know how they're gonna turn out.
Right, okay.
But it's coming. It's coming.
Okay, but what does he know? So he just watched Carson Wentz play the Green Bay Packers and throw for a grand total of 160 yards. Then he watched Dak Prescott play the Packers and throw for 463. 160, 463. So he's saying, my quarterback's at least as good as that quarterback, and they got the Eagles at home in 2 weeks. So why would he panic now?
My quarterback got the dub. Yeah. And they said when you go to Shannon Sharp restaurant, he don't have QBR, and he don't have almost wins on. Skip, you know what? Would you like what Dak had?
Okay, all he knows is that Dak beat Carson Wentz twice last year they went on their streak.
That was last year.
Okay, well, he's still Carson Wentz.
When did Dak gonna beat Aaron Rodgers again?
Well, I don't know. I hope in the playoffs.
That didn't happen.
I would love to see him in the playoffs.
That's not going to happen.
And I would love to see him at Lambeau in the playoffs.
Oh.
Because Dak won it.
Oh, you want to go back and you want to plant your flag. You want to plant the Cowboy flag at Lambeau, huh?
Yeah, I want to reverse the curse because Aaron Rodgers has got some hex over Jerry World. I don't get it. I don't know what happens, but something bad always happens.
Well, all I know is that, looking at the first game, 35-17, 31-21, 31-6. Woo, we going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I already bought my ticket. And then what happened? 10 points and 24 points.
Okay. Yeah. So where's my panic meter? It's at a 5 because I don't like what I'm seeing from my defense. I haven't liked it all year.
You better not like what you see with your quarterback.
No, stop it.
Your quarterback.
I'm talking about my defense right now because the $100 million defensive end known as Tank or DeMarcus Lawrence, or as you call him, D-Law, has been a no-show. And he was a no-show again Sunday. He had 1 tackle Sunday, and they say he's nicked. He's got 2 or 3 little things wrong. But again,
what about your quarterback that want to be the highest paid player? Okay. When is he going to deliver?
Keep going back to him, and that's the one thing I do trust on the team. I'm talking about my defense.
Okay,
because I don't see enough from Robert Quinn the other day after he had the big
Bakhtiari is really good.
Okay.
He last year Pro Football Focus had been the number 1 rated tackle in all of football.
Well, he looked like the number 1 rated tackle.
But I'm trying. Okay, but what about that defense that gave the Saints 4 field goals, and your quarterback that wants to be the highest paid only got you 10?
Yeah, he had a QBR of 77 that game, played very well without his 2 best receivers.
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather have a QBR of 37 and have 13 points and win the game, or a QBR of 77 and 10 and lose the game?
Yeah, New Orleans is really good.
No,
stop. Showed you how good they were.
No.
How did Teddy Bridgewater look against Tampa that had just shell-shocked the Rams at L.A.? What happened? What happened? What happened to Teddy Bridgewater? Did he not just throw a Mardi Gras party?
Yeah. The Saints, we make it seem like the Saints are the 85 Bears on defense.
Yeah.
They weren't.
Okay, they're really good on defense.
They're good, but they're not 85 Bears. They're not 2,000 Ravens or the 02 Bucks.
Okay.
So stop saying this.
Okay.
They got your guy, did not get them in the end zone but once. He got 10 points against Teddy Bridgewater.
He made 1 misfired throw and misran the lob.
And what I tell you.
Well, everybody throws bad
balls. And what did I nickname him?
You want me to start showing you the bad balls that Carson Wentz threw at Green Bay?
Teddy.
Yikes.
I told you, his name after the game was going to be Teddy over troubled water.
Okay.
And what did he deliver? Did he bring us home?
Yeah.
When he bring us home in the eye of the storm?
You've been ripping him and being sarcastic about him until now when he's showing you he is a starting quarterback in this league, and he did go 11-5 for the Minnesota Vikings and make the Pro Bowl.
I don't know what he was.
Okay, so there's no shame in losing to that team.
Whoa. Okay. You can't lose to a backup.
Yeah.
You think when the last time Tom Brady lost to a backup?
So right now, the Dallas Cowboys are tied for first in the NFC.
Say it again.
Is that good?
Say it again.
Tied for first.
Hold on. Now, after the first week, you was in first. After the second week, you was in first. After the third week, you were 3 games clear. You were 2 games clear. Right now,
tied for first. It's a long
tied with us.
Jerry knows.
Walk it to him.
See, yeah, walk it to him. Still, Dak Prescott's still number 1 in QBR. And Carson Wentz is
As a matter of fact, he's number 1. But who's MVP? Who's in front of the MVP vote?
Well, you told me yesterday it was Russell Wilson.
No. Walk it to him is in front of Dak.
Oh, well, I mean,
let that sink in for a second.
I don't think he is.
I think he is.
Yeah.
I'm 1,000% certain.
On what? Says who?
On the polls that we just quoted.
Oh, what polls?
The one that said Mahomes was first, Russell is second, third is McCaffrey. That one.
You see,
And Deshaun Watson is fourth.
Carson Wentz keeps throwing for like what did he throw against the Jets? 150 or one? I don't know. He keeps having the kind of games you say Dak always has.
Dak was having those games and losing. My guy having those games and winning.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dinking and Dacking.
Yeah. Can't wait for a week from Sunday at Jerry World.
Seriously.
I got that energy.
I know you gonna have the energy on Monday.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna have the energy after you play the Jets. I know you're gonna have that energy.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, you have the energy.
Jets had a big team meeting yesterday.
They did. I saw that.
For what?
Yeah, they got to get back. They got to
What
figure
happened?
By the
out
way,
what's going
their
on.
starting quarterback sounds like he's going to play. I don't know what the result will be today, but it sounds like Sam Darnold's going to play. So this will be a battle.
Okay.
He's building it up.
And I don't care if they lose. It wouldn't be that bad. 3-3, and then they'll take off against the Eagles.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
You say that. I just don't know if I believe it. But we're going to have all week to talk about that one. This one is a little bit